Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining me. We're going to Matthew 22, verse 35. This is 5 Minutes of Faith. I'm talking about the love that we have for God. It is our first love, and it's got to be a sincere love, and it has to be a love that comes from our heart. Now, the question I have is, what is our heart? What makes up our heart? Now, I know there's a lot of theological explanations to that, and there are some people who would argue, well, it's this, it's that, it's your spirit. No, it's your soul. It's your spirit and your soul combined, and I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to get into a theological argument on how to define the heart. I would say this, and I think I'm pretty safe in making this claim, that your heart is the essence of who you are. It is your motivation for what you do. It does include your mind. It does include your will. And it includes the core person that you are. And if that is the case, then to love God with our heart, the first love, everything that is within us, that we give God everything, that we submit and yield ourselves over to Him, and for the right reason. Yesterday, if you were listening, I talked about how important it is not to leave our first love, but to do the first work, which was to give your heart to the Lord because you know you need Him. He loves you. He's done everything to save you. He's died for us. He was raised from the grave for us. So again, our heart needs to belong to Him. Matthew 22, verse 35 says, "Then one of them, a lawyer, asked Him a question, testing Him and saying, 'Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law?' Jesus said to him, 'You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.'" Again, the priority that God wants us to put is that our heart loves Him. We love Him with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our mind. In other words, everything that is within us, our core being the very essence of who we are. And He says all the law and all the prophets come back to that one core commandment, to give your heart to the Lord, to love the Lord, and to love your neighbor as yourself. How do I know that I'm loving God? By loving your neighbor as yourself. So this is, again, and he said it's just as important. Let's go to Deuteronomy 4:29. It says, "But from there you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find Him if you seek Him with all your heart and with all your soul." Did you know you could seek God half-heartedly? There's a lot of things you could do half-heartedly. What does that mean to do it half-heartedly? I think we all know that we don't put all effort into it. We do it to a degree, but not all the way. So yeah, it is possible to seek the Lord half-hearted. It's possible to love God half-hearted. And just like you could do anything half-hearted, but He says again to seek Him with all your heart. And if you seek Him with all your heart, with everything that is within you, you will find Him. Let's go to 1 Chronicles 28:9. This kind of goes along with that same verse. He says, "As for you, my son Solomon, know the God of your father and serve Him with a loyal heart and with a willing mind. For the Lord searches all hearts and understands the intent of all of the thoughts. If you seek Him, He will be found by you. But if you forsake Him, He will cast you off forever." Oh man, isn't it interesting that the Lord searches all hearts? He doesn't search hearts just to cast judgment on us. He searches hearts because He's looking for the hearts that are looking for Him. God is seeking those that are seeking Him. God is wanting so much to have intimacy and reveal Himself to us, to show Himself to us. He'll be found by us, but we got to do it with all our heart. We got to seek Him with all our heart. Let's go to one more place in Proverbs 3, verse 5. He says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths." We've got to know how to trust God, because especially in these days we're living in now, days are becoming more perilous. The Bible said they would in the end times, that there will be perilous times, that men will grow more corrupt and evil. And now more than ever, we need to know how to love and to serve and to honor the Lord and to trust the Lord with all our heart, with everything that is within us. I hope this has encouraged you. This is another 5 Minutes of Faith.